Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Intense Digital's webinar titled The Path to Becoming a Digital Marketing Expert, Your Journey to Digital Marketing Success. So today we'll be taking you through a very functional way of, elevating your career in digital marketing. Either you're a beginner or you're totally new to digital marketing. This webinar aims to show you a step-by-step guide to learn digital marketing, be professionally certified, and then be able to explore your options in terms of what to do next with your career, getting a job, and what field to play in digital marketing. Um, a quick introduction of myself. My name is Leye. I'm the CEO of Intense Group. Intense is a group of creative digital and growth marketing companies and also technology focused on helping businesses grow their revenue through customer acquisition, activation, retention, and revenue maximization. I have a marketing background, and I studied marketing and communications at the Pan Atlantic University, and I also have an MBA from Said Business School in Oxford, um, all from digital marketing. Obviously, digital marketing has been able to help me to really expand my horizons, and I'll be taking you through this, over the next few slides. However, I'm going to let my co-host Alex introduce herself as well. You're muted, Alex.
Great start. Hi,
Fantastic.
everyone.
We need some bloopers, of course.
Exactly. Oh, hi, everyone. My name is Alex Tierney, and I'm from the Digital Marketing Institute. I am an account manager here at the DMI, and really what that means is I bring all of our work, and I'll speak a little bit later about who we are, but I bring all of our work in terms of being the leading body in the digital marketing certification industry and bring that to partners such as Intense so they can teach our material and ultimately upskill you in digital marketing. I come from an academic background. I taught in several Irish universities before moving into working in digital marketing education. So I can speak to a long career in education. And we're very excited that we can partner with Intense to bring digital marketing to all of you. Um, my plan for today is I'll go into talking a little bit more about who the Digital Marketing Institute is and how you can upskill and, as we said, become a digital marketing expert. But for now, I will mute myself because I'm really good at that and pass it back to Leah.
Thank you so much, Dr. Alex. I missed the doctor at first. I mustn't do that next time. So obviously, you see
That's
that
okay.
Dr. Alex is very learned. So I have to put respect on her name. And like she said, she'll be talking about DMI, who are our partners. Intense are official partners to DMI in Nigeria, and we are basically licensed to teach DMI courses to Nigerians. Um, so yeah, that's that. So moving on. So if you're on this call, this is who this webinar is for. It's basically for anyone who is an aspiring digital marketer, looking to enhance your skills. So maybe you already run some Facebook ads, maybe you already write some content. It's basically for anyone. You don't need any real experience to be able to start on your journey with DMI. And also, if you're already a professional, but you're looking to sharpen your skills and actually have a recognizable professional certification for your skills, this webinar is for you as well. And finally, individuals that are looking to advance themselves, looking for advancement in their careers. If you're looking for a promotion, or you're looking to change careers entirely from something else into digital marketing or just, larger marketing, this is for you as well. So hopefully next few slides will be able to shed a lot of light on what you need to do to achieve this. So, the pathway to becoming a digital marketing expert, there are basically, 5 stages. You need to understand why, you will choose digital marketing as a career in the first place, and you need to understand the skills that are required to become a digital marketer, and also, the certifications worth having. Obviously, on this call, we'll be focusing on a certification called the DMI Pro, and I'll shed more lights on that. And Dr. Alex will also shed more lights on that. And then, we're also going to talk about building hands-on experience. I'll probably share a few examples about my journey and how I was able to build experience, and finally, how to secure a job once you get your certification. So, why digital marketing? Why not the plethora of other career journeys out there? I mean, I feel like the very first thing is that there's a huge demand for digital marketers globally. I can even speak to that as a digital marketing agency and growth marketing agency. We struggle to find the right talent, and that was one of the reasons why we even partnered with DMI in the first place. Um, the main goal of our partnership with DMI was to be able to create new talent so that we can hire them. What we find, in the labor market a lot is that people, a lot of the people that say they're digital marketers, or say they do digital marketing, do not have, the requisite skills to be able to, practice properly and deliver results. I think that in 2024, what you would have um, categorized as a digital marketer is different from what will have obtained in, say, 2015. Back then, you just needed to be able to like run some ads, gain some impressions, drive some website clicks, and everybody and get some Facebook likes, and the management team was gonna clap for you. But now, all businesses look for results. Marketing is no longer seen as an expense; it's seen as an investment. Hence, there's a growing demand for digital marketers that focus on data and focus on driving revenue for companies. So, what this means is that if you have a digital marketing certification such as DMI Pro, there's a huge chance that you'll be able to get a job pretty quickly in most companies. And that's another thing, right? It's basically industry agnostic. You can work in any industry. Every company in every industry in every sector needs marketing, and more so digital marketing. And digital marketing is so wide that there's so many areas that you can play. You can decide to specialize, or you could decide to generalize. I'll go a little more into that later. But yes, it says, it provides diverse opportunities, which was just what I was, about to touch on. You could say I'm a digital marketer, but you could also say I'm an SEO strategist, or you could be a data analyst, you could be a social media manager, you could be a conversion rate optimization specialist. So, and then you could just be, a generalist as well. There's something called a T-shaped marketer, because there's so many skills in digital marketing where, as the letter T suggests, you have general skills in maybe 6 or 7 areas, and then you have deep skills in another maybe 4 or 5. So you could decide that you want to specialize in content marketing. That would include, areas like engine optimization, social media marketing and management, content creation, blogging, email marketing, basically everything that it takes, to do content marketing. While some other people could decide that they want to be paid ad specialists, So in that field, you'll be focusing on things like Google Ads, Facebook ads, and general pay-per-click, which includes search, YouTube, and the likes. I think that the great thing about digital marketing is that it's so wide that regardless of your interest and your skills, you will be able to find, a specialization or an area to really like nurture yourself and really go deep in, whether you're creative or you are analytical. So if you like data, you'll probably on the performance end or on the analytics end. There's a whole, segment for just analyzing results. So you don't even need to do much of the marketing itself. But at the end of the day, data is really like the air and the oxygen of marketing. Lastly, obviously, the very important part is that it provides a decent paycheck. According to Coursera, a digital marketer can earn up to and actually more than $78,000 yearly, averagely. So, obviously, the industry and the sector that you work in, matters a lot. So, for example, if you work in a high growth sector like software as a service or tech, just depending on brand yourself. You could work as a growth marketer, helping tech companies acquire customers, retain them, and actually grow their value over time. And obviously, depending on how you, grow and improve, you could definitely earn upwards of $100,000 in the United States and probably North America. Obviously, in other sectors, it really depends on what country that you're working in and what the average salaries are in those industries. Obviously in Nigeria as well, you could work in any high paying company or industry. So the demand is high. There are diverse opportunities. There's no limit to the different areas in which you could work, and it's very rewarding. So I believe that should check all your boxes, hopefully, in terms of what you're looking for in a career. So, talking about the essential skills for digital marketing, I'd already sort of touched on it. There's the technical side, and then there's the creative side, and obviously there's soft skills. Whenever we say digital marketing, people just think that digital marketing is just totally different from marketing as a whole. But I would say that digital marketing is just the name that is given to marketing because of the new channels that popped up, about 15 years ago. Marketing is marketing. It's just about channels, and digital marketing is just the name given to marketing that involves digital channels, like social media, like email, like search engines, and now as we, advance, you have AI. So there's going to be a lot that you're going to be able to do with like AI platforms, and there's going to be like AI search as well. So just think about this as a marketing course, but for now and for the future. So you need technical skills, and when it comes to technical skills, I think that search engine optimization is probably up there. When it comes to, how complicated it can be, you might need to know a little bit about websites. You might need to know a little code, a little HTML. Probably over 50% of the websites in the world run WordPress. So there's a high likelihood that the website that you use in your company or in the company that you would work for would run on WordPress. And even if it is not running on WordPress, obviously basic knowledge of CMS or even custom CMSs, how to add H1 tags, how to title your images, just learning the general rules of search engine optimization. When it comes to search engine optimization, the algorithms change all the time, and there's so many different factors. But at the end of the day, it's basically just providing value to users. Google wants to rank the websites that are providing the most value um, and the most accurate results for searches. And as an SEO specialist, your job will be to ensure that hundreds of variables, tell Google that your website is providing valuable information and factual information for search queries. And this is probably one of the most technical. Obviously, you have data analytics as well, where you're basically reviewing, analyzing, interpreting the data from digital marketing campaigns, both organic and paid, across different platforms like social, email, search. Most of the social media platforms have their own analytics backends. I think that Facebook is probably one of the most comprehensive and one of the most useful. But then there are other platforms as well. I feel like the most common platform that can tie everything together is Google Analytics. But then again, you still have other third party analytics platforms. So this basically entails looking at the numbers, important metrics and KPIs like impressions, reach, unique users, average time spent on sites, customer acquisition costs. So, to play on in this area, you probably want to be a numbers person. You want to know your numbers right. But apart from numbers as well, you need to be able to interpret these numbers into real life scenarios and be able to use these numbers to basically infer solutions. These numbers are it's basically data about what people are thinking, how they're behaving, what they'll do next, what they can buy, what they can afford. They also inform things like how what to improve on your website. So, for example, if people are only spending 20 seconds on your website, it means there's something wrong. It means they're not, spending enough time there. So it might mean you need to review your website. That's where conversion rate optimization comes in. And another part of technical is marketing automation, where you would use tools like email marketing automation. Popular ones are like Mailchimp, and ensure that there are certain rules that you would set, that when people perform certain actions, it'll be met by a reaction that you had already programmed. So, for example, if you register for this webinar, you should automatically get an email, welcoming you and thank you for registering. And maybe after the webinar, if you register for our DMI course, you'll also get an email telling you how it works, how you should pay, how long it will last. And it could be like 3, 4 emails over a period of 4 weeks. And This is probably not as technical as SEO or as data analytics, but then again, it does require some, attention and just some rules, some basic logic and rules. But on the other side, for my more creative guys and girls, you have content creation that allows you to dream. You can, think of the wildest ideas. You can think of a viral video to create. You can think of your next TikTok transition video. You can write a blog post. You can do design. You could do video. So, I mean, it's both fun and analytical. And there's a never ending demand for creative skills when it comes to digital marketing. There's copywriting, which you would absolutely need across, the whole gamut of digital. And Also, just to let you know that there's nothing wrong with having both skills. Um, as a matter of fact, as a digital marketer, you're probably going to need a little bit of this and that, a little bit of technical, a little bit of creative. And obviously, you're going to need some soft skills because marketing is all about psychology, understanding people that you do not know, people that you haven't met, and trying to preempt, what they're thinking, what they want, trying to understand their challenges and their pain points, and trying to solve their problems. So just think about it like understanding someone and what they need, and then being able to put that into short, punchy communication that lets them think, oh, that's me, oh, this is for me, oh, that's the problem that I have, and then giving them a call to action that says solve your problem. I mean, not literally, but that's what it will mean. Like, oh, this product, this company, this service, this brand will solve your problem, click here to solve it. And it will usually probably take you to a website or an app, and then the journey really starts, to acquire that person, and then keep them over time, nurture them, and just grow that customer over time. There's something called customer lifetime value. I'm sure if you eventually subscribe or register for this digital marketing certification, you'll understand how important customer lifetime value is, which basically means how long a customer would, do business with your company, and how much they will spend. And that will determine how much you should even spend on marketing to acquire a customer. So three, sets of skills: technical, creative, and soft skills. It's best that, you have everything and you're able to apply everything. But I think at the minimum, you're probably going to need two. So technical and soft, creative and soft, is very good. But if you can apply the three, you would go much, much farther. In terms of getting certified, DMI has, been able to certify people from top companies all over the world. Obviously, some of these companies are Fortune 500 companies like IBM, Vodafone, PwC, Oracle, and Coca-Cola. Um, some important stats to also look at when it comes to getting certified. You'll see here that 90% of people that have graduated or done the DMI certification, are employed. And like I showed you, this is a good employment, with a high upside. And 68% of DMI graduates who got a promotion say that the DMI certification helped them achieve that. So once you get the DMI certification, you just want to go straight to HR. You can kick the door down when you have the DMI, like, hey, have you seen this? So once you get that, just go straight to HR and ask them for your promotion. Tell them I sent you. And then 62% of DMI graduates who got a salary increase say the DMI certification helped them achieve that, with an average salary increase of 27%. So, a digital marketing certification can totally change your trajectory. The average salary increase is usually between 5 and 10%. So if you get a 27% increase, that is, almost exponential. And 38% said the DMI certification helped them get a new role in the digital marketing field and change their career path. So, if you've been, feeling like you're stuck in a rut, and you just want to explore something new, you want a fresh start, and you want a career that's has high upsides, you could use this to transition into tech. You could eventually become a product marketing manager. It's a gateway to tech for sure. So if you want to change careers entirely, this is a way to totally redefine yourself. Fun fact: I studied economics as my first degree, and my first job was as an accounts coordinator. I was doing bookkeeping, and before the 6 month, I already knew I couldn't do that for long. Um, I knew they were going to kick my butt, just doing all the routine things. So I figured, I would change. And, I did a bunch of courses on my own. I did a bunch of Hootsuite courses, HubSpot courses at the time. And I was able to just use that to update my resume, and that helped me switch careers. I was able to then get a social media management job as a social media manager in a new company. So digital marketing is, that career where you don't necessarily need to go to get a college degree to change careers, because it's a practical and high demand career. So once you have it, once you can display the fact that you can do these things, companies don't care if you went to school to study digital marketing, and that's the great part about it. So yes, you can definitely switch careers. And then lastly, 85% of DMI graduates think the DMI certification is valuable or very valuable, and less than 1% say it's not valuable at all. So, that just lets you know what the different, students that have done DMI think. And this is just a testament to, how much value that they got from the course and how much it's benefiting them. There's several benefits of the DMI membership, but I think I'll actually let Dr. Alex speak to this. It's more her forte. I just want to give you some more like real life examples because if there should be a poster boy for people that benefited from digital marketing, I think I'll be top three, and I'm not two. So you'll probably just guess what number that is. It's either one or three. So I'm just going to be telling you how digital marketing, put me just supercharged, my career. Now I get to be a CEO because I solve different companies' problems, by consulting for them, showing them how they can grow, showing them, the difference between vanity metrics and actual, metrics that would, drive their business. So, in terms of building hands-on experience, obviously, when you finish your course, you would need to get your hands dirty and test what you've done. So, there's different things that you could do. You could volunteer, with some small companies. You could volunteer with your friend's company. It's so easy. There are so many content creators nowadays where you could partner with them and help them maybe increase their reach, or there's, for example, you have a content creator friend that's into fitness and she's selling her nutrition ebook, or she's selling training classes. You could help this person work together, get your hands dirty, and then use this, document your results, and put this in your resume. This way, you will get confidence. But also on our course, we'll be showing, real life examples, showing you how to run ads, using, because we're a digital agency with over 10 years in the game. We have so many companies that we've worked with, and we can show you, real life examples of different scenarios and also help you practice these. So once you do that, you want to create a portfolio that shows the work that you've done and the results. But obviously, you can also go for internships. Agencies like Intense and other agencies globally, even internationally, are happy to, hire interns, and then you'll be given, little assignments to gain practical knowledge. I've also said you can freelance, and obviously you can work on personal projects. This is 2024. So many people nurse ambitions of, probably launching their startup, being a content creator, or, just doing some business, selling products, selling hair, selling clothes, teaching. It's really the creators economy, and it's a learning economy these days where you can teach people about anything. I could teach you how to juggle phones, and there'll be a community of 10,000 people around the world that want to juggle their phone, and I'll charge for it. So you could use yourself as an example as well. There's just an endless, plethora of things. The only limit to what you can do is, your imagination. And as I said, I can always back that up. If you have any questions for how I started, I'm happy to answer those questions at the end of the session. Fun fact again, digital marketing allowed me to start Intense with $0. And now, at year 10, we've grown, from $0 by over, you can guess, maybe 100,000%. And we're probably around 50 employees at the moment with offices in London and Lagos. So, just imagine what you can do in 2024. You probably have better opportunities than I do now that, we have a more mature market globally. C-suite and management executives understand the importance of digital marketing more now. At the time, we had to do a lot of explanation, convincing, crying, begging, and everything for us to get, our budgets approved. And then there was also a lot of unrealistic expectations at the time. They were just like, managers would be like, oh, why are all these people that are liking our page not buying from us? And 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 then back then it'll just be like, oh my God, where do we start from? But now, a lot of the decision makers are, people like me who have also, like, learned through the years, and understand what's realistic and what's not. So this is probably the perfect time, to start your career in digital marketing, and be able to scale and become like the next new Patel, or the next Leye Makajrola, or the next Dr. Alex. So, like I said, getting a job is easy peasy. Obviously, nothing is easy. You're going to have to apply. It's a numbers game. But as long as you're able to show your DMI certification, you're able to show some of your case studies, what you've achieved, probably saying, oh, drove 1,000 registrations for an event, or was able to sell 500 mobile phone cases. It's something. And being able to demonstrate practical experience and results would always get you a foot in the door all the time. Take that from me, as someone that has interviewed thousands of people for digital marketing jobs. But the certification is the first thing, because just look at it as, I mean, when I interview people, I always take what they tell me with a pinch of salt. Don't forget that we have Chat GPT now. It can prepare you for your interview. You could actually read, you could actually now use Chat GPT, the voice one, to do your interview. I've seen people do that, and then Chat GPT answers all the questions, and you just read it. So I'm very skeptical, with what people tell me at interviews these days. But if you show me a DMI certification, I'll know that you've gone through the lengthy process of actually going through the course and doing the exam. And once you pass the exam, I, as an employer, will be more confident to hire you, although I might still give you some practical tests just to test what you can do. But see the DMI certification as, skip a few steps of doubt from your potential employer. Obviously, you're going to need to network. LinkedIn is a good place. Join some digital marketing groups. Join, marketing boards. Post content about like your journey, the experiments that you're trying, the results. Tag other professionals. The good thing about marketing is that nobody has the exclusivity of knowledge. So I could be Neil Patel, and you could be 10 days in digital marketing, and you could run an experiment and find an insight that nobody knows, and you could share it. And everyone will agree that you've basically found something new, and people will be happy to test what you found. So it's really like a very level playing field, and the opportunity for growth is still immense. For me, I have so much more to learn, and I believe that the more I learn, the more I can grow, and the more my company and everyone around me can grow. In terms of the course overview, I'll leave this to Dr. Alex as well. And when it comes to the Q&A session, what we will do is we would answer all the questions after Dr. Alex's presentation. So over to you, Dr. Alex. I'm going to stop presenting
Great. And
now.
I will share my screen.
Yes, please.
One moment. Okay, thank you so much, Leah. That was really, really informative. Can everyone see my screen okay?
I
Perfect.
believe so.
Perfect. So thank you so much. And there's so much that I'm going to discuss here that really complements what Leah went through. But in particular, it's about just that education really does give you an opportunity to grow professionally. And in particular, when we're talking about growing in a professional field, digital marketing is brilliant because, as Leah said, you don't need to have a PhD in digital marketing to be the best digital marketer out there. You can take a course, you can get those skills, and you can make yourself really distinguished pretty quickly, whether that's from bringing your creative insights, whether that's from trying something new based on the data that you have, because you can read the data really well. You really make yourself very valuable very quickly in the digital marketing field because it changes so much. That's the great equalizer that anyone new coming in, if you're skilled and you have the proof of these skills with the certification, you really can make a name for yourself and you can grow really, really quickly. So for me today, what I'm going to do is talk to you about the DMI Pro and talk to you basically about what skills you'll learn by doing this, why you should do this with intents. I think just from hearing Valea today, that's very clear why you should work with intents because you'll be able to get all of that experience. But really, I wanted to then drive home why people who have done the DMI Pro have done so well and where they're at. So first of all, who is the DMI? Let's establish ourselves first. So, we started off in Ireland as a small little body about 12 years ago, and now we are the world's leading global certification and professional body. If you know anything about Dublin, we're sort of the tech capital of Europe. Um, for lots of different reasons, a big one of them being tax reasons. But what that means is we're very attractive to huge companies coming. So, for the DMI, that means we can make these really great connections with industry leaders. And we still do that to this day, but we are now the world's leading global certification and professional body for the digital marketing industry. So those are two different things. One is about certification, but the second is about this professional body. So we have over 360,000 members around the world. What this means for you is that this is all about that network that Leah spoke of. So this is all about connecting with like-minded individuals who are at the same part in the professional journey that you're in, or they're where you want to be in 5, 10, 15 years. I'll do a demonstration of the platform in a minute and you can see what this community looks like. But we really, really engage this community because we want to hear from people who are actually practicing in the digital field. So we do things like podcasts with members, we do webinars, we do lots of stuff. So if you want to do this, it's a great way to kind of promote your own brand. So you can engage with the professional body network here. We could even do a webinar or a podcast with you. You know, like this really is an active community that we really, really want to draw lots of attention to our members' success. Now, our main goal is to bridge the digital skills shortage. What this really translates into is get you jobs. There's a huge demand for skilled individuals. And what the DMI wants to do is give you these skills and give you a certification to really give yourself that competitive edge and say, look, I'm certified in these skills. I haven't just taken a free course and, something that anyone can do. I've invested in myself. There's a cost to taking a very esteemed course, but I've invested in myself through time, through my money, through all of my effort, and here's what I have to prove for it. Um, in order for us to get this level of success, we work with industry leaders to validate and update our curriculum to the highest standard. I'll speak about this in more detail in a moment, but I think this really is our real unique sort of selling point from the DMI is this work with industry leaders. We have a variety of different credentials, but in particular, the DMI Pro is the most popular program because of its success. We've certified over 75,000 people around the world on the DMI Pro. And that's where we see people who come from changing their career. They come from maybe they've been working in the marketing sphere for a while, but they want to get in specifically to digital marketing. This could also be people who um, are university students who've graduated in marketing or business or anything in history or English, and you want to get into digital, this is a really, really great place for you to get certified in. You could be working in digital marketing already, but you might only know a little bit about your job. You might be a search specialist. But in order to be successful in search marketing, you need to be a great content marketer. You need to understand how websites work. You need to understand overall strategy. You need to get analytics. So, really, it's really important if you plan to work in digital marketing or you already do that you understand in general how a digital marketing team works, how digital marketing strategy works. And I'll talk about that a little bit more. So, as a result of all of our hard work, we set the global standard in digital marketing education and certification. So, I want to speak a little bit about this industry advisory council. Um, this is fantastic. From the start, the DMI has built this board called the Global Industry Advisory Council. And the leading principle here is that the DMI is by the industry for the industry. So we have a council of about 20 to 25 people who are from the biggest names in industry. And what they do is we meet twice a year and they go through our content and they say, this is out of date, get that out. This is a trend that's coming down the line. Here's a skills gap that we need to fill. This is a new technology that you need to bring in. You can guess at the moment it's AI. But this is what we hear. And I always like to think of this as these are the companies where if I'm a digital marketer, I'd like to apply. I'd like to have a leadership position in. And eventually, I'd like to be these industry leaders as well. So you can see we have people from HubSpot, from LinkedIn. We work a lot with Microsoft, IBM. We have a partnership in the States with the American Marketing Association. So we have lots and lots of people. Actually, where did this go? So I don't know if you can see the text is kind of small on this slide, but this is our current advisory council. So, as Leah spoke about, we have Neil Patel. You see at the bottom left there. He is an SEO genius. He runs his own digital marketing company in the States, but he is the biggest name in search. He is a New York Times bestseller. I think he's won an award from the UN. He's amazing. So we are so lucky to have him on our council because he just really he knows what's important before anyone else does. You can see lots of different names there too. I won't go into all of them in detail, but we're really lucky to have people from the biggest names in industry. Really, what this means for you is that you can be really confident that every single skill that you're learning in the DMI Pro has been identified and approved and advocated for by the biggest names in the digital and business world. Um, Really, when we talk about the opportunity for you and what this means for you, it's all about closing the digital skills gap. And again, said a different way, that's all about getting you a job because there is a huge demand for digital. And again, Leah spoke to this at the beginning of his presentation. Even in Intense, they're looking for, they want to hire new people, look for candidates who have different skills, stronger skills. So 9% of companies would rate their marketing department as strong in all aspects of marketing. So, what that means for you is if you have a certification that is proved to be around the world the strongest certification in digital marketing, if you're applying for a job with that, that will get you that interview. So, this is all about having that CV, getting your foot in the door. Then, when you're in the interview, you'll have the language, you'll have the skills, you'll have the confidence to speak about marketing, to talk about your contribution, talk about what excites you, and really demonstrate that you are up to date and know whatever it is you need to know for that job. Only 17% of companies believe they have the staff with the skills to assist in digital transformation. So digital transformation is huge. It's been a buzzword for the last few years for the right reasons, because there are still companies that are trying to make themselves sort of digitally literate. Leigh, I had to laugh when you spoke about the people that you worked with who said, "Why isn't everyone who likes my page buying my product?" And that's
Yeah,
exactly it. There are
yeah,
lots of people who still don't understand that. And I know that was ages ago, but still, I think you'd find a lot of companies who are saying, "We have all these followers. Why isn't that like
yeah. We
translating
have
into
we have
sales?"
100,000 followers. These followers, if 80% of the followers bought our product, we should be fine. But it's we just thinking, where do we start from? So
Yeah,
yeah,
you can only put your head in your hands at that point. So, yeah, people need to understand about awareness. So it's great to have 80,000 followers, 100,000 followers. But how do you translate that awareness into action? So that's your job as a marketer, to teach your C suite individuals about that, and then to also make those conversions happen. There's tons of crossover between sales and marketing. And sales professionals are doing a lot of their own marketing now, which is called social selling. So this is something that is brand new to sales professionals, who used to just have to get their leads from marketing and work on their sales. Now they need to market themselves. So social selling is an example of this. Would be working on LinkedIn, reaching out to leads on LinkedIn, reaching out to people on LinkedIn and having a conversation with them, having a discussion about their needs and all of that kind of stuff. That's actually a marketing arm that a lot of sales individuals are taking over, and they do not have the skills to do this. A lot of people really think that they are great on LinkedIn and reaching out, but there's actually a strategy behind all of that. So again, only 69% of sales professionals believe they don't have these skills. As a result of all of this, the point I want to get to is that 77% of companies believe that the lack of digital skills is their number one obstacle in their ability to digitally transform in today's world. That's the problem. You are the solution. So, by having a certificate, by having these skills, you can go to a company and you can say, look, I'm certified by a global standard to meet the needs of digital transformation. So, we've been talking all about the pro. What is it? And I'm going to do a demonstration of it in just a minute. But this is the most widely taught digital marketing program in the world. We update it on a huge scale once a year, but we have little updates throughout the year because digital marketing changes about every 2 seconds. Um, there will always be 10 modules in the course. And essentially, what we want to do is we want to start and finish with two general modules. The first is about an introduction to digital marketing. So this is for everyone. It could be if you've been working in digital marketing for ages or you're brand new to it. This first module brings everyone onto the same platform. So we want to make sure that you all understand, in particular now, digital marketing in the context of the AI world. AI is everywhere. What we've decided in this course is, instead of having just one subject on AI or one module on AI, we want to weave it into absolutely everything. So from the start, we give an introduction to digital marketing in AI. Excuse me. Then we go into a lot of the areas
bless
that
you.
Leah, thank you, that Leah went through in his presentation. We go through the specific sort of, I like to think of these as jobs on the team that you could work in. But this course is to make you a generalist. So what's quite nice here is that you can have a think about what type of role you want to have in digital marketing, and you'll get some experience in this as you work your way through the course. So we look at content marketing, social media marketing, SEO, paid and displayed advertising, email marketing, and then we pause for a minute and we look at professional skills for digital marketers. These are all those soft skills that we spoke about. What's really interesting is this was added in from a discussion with that Global Industry Advisory Council that we spoke about at the beginning of my presentation. What was really interesting is they said the first sort of feedback they had post pandemic was that they found over the few years of the pandemic that um, they were hiring people who were really skilled. They had been at home, so they did courses, because what else were you going to do? And they were brilliant at Google Analytics. They were fantastic at search marketing. But what they didn't have were soft skills, because people are working remotely a lot now. They're working from home, or people were only able to go to the office and couldn't be with their friends. And we took a few years off from our social skills. So what they found is that actually transferred really, really significantly into the professional world. So, how, again, this is all about setting you apart, making you the most attractive candidate. How can you do that? Well, you could say that I'm certified in soft skills. So, we teach things like project management, like conflict resolution, communication, um, what else we do? Leadership, lots of other different things. But really, I think what's so important is it's very hard to communicate that you have strong soft skills on a CV. This certification proves that. It proves that you have those soft skills. And then again, when you get into that interview, you can give examples of your soft skills and all of that. But this is that first point to get you in the door. So that was a really, really interesting insight that we got from the Global Industry Advisory Council. Going back into more specific skills, we have website optimization and e-commerce, and then we go into analytics with Google Analytics 4. Then we bring this all together in that final module, digital marketing strategy. So I'm just going to take 2 minutes now to just show you what this course actually looks like.
Hold on a second. Let me get your deck off the screen. I think you
Oh
can
yeah.
actually just share your screen.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I thought it. Let me go back in. Here we go. Courses. Okay. So can you see that okay, DMI Pro?
Not yet. Give me a second. Let me see. Okay, can you try again?
Yes, stop sharing and I'll do it again. Not wanting to. Let me try on a different platform here. Okay. Well, while I'm working through that, I'll share my screen again back to my slide deck, and then we can do a walkthrough. Oh, here we go. Let's try one more time. Let me just get this. Okay, well, just while that's loading, I'll speak about the one thing in order to get the certification that you have to do, unfortunately, is an exam. But if we're talking about setting yourself apart, and sorry, I'm just learning the course as we're chatting. If we're talking about setting you apart from others, it's like, again, you're investing this time, this stress of writing an exam. The exam isn't that bad. It's 2 hours. It's a multiple choice exam, and here we go. You need to get 60% to pass. So it it is tough, but again, it sets you apart. We also have quite a high pass rate. So 89% of the people who sit our exam pass it. We have a practice exam, which is really, really important to do and really, really helpful. So we really do set you up for success. And again, this is where it's so helpful that you're doing this with Intense because you'll have a tutor helping you along the way. There's 5 weeks. There's a class starting on the 10th of October. It runs for 5 weeks. You have an instructor there who can answer questions, who can make sure you understand everything. So make sure when you're studying to write down your questions, to note what you don't really understand, and they can work with you and really make sure that you're set up for success. All right, we're going to try sharing this again. And yay, there we go. Okay.
Amazing. I was
Thank
scared
you
for
so
you
much,
there.
team. Me too. So this is what the course looks like. This is the DMI Pro. There are 10 modules. and you work through them all at your own pace. Um, they are all on-demand learning, and I'll show you what this looks like. And you have to forgive me, my internet is a little bit slow today. But ideally, we've built the program through bite-sized learning. So you'll see whenever my internet decides to load the course that each session is anywhere from 2 minutes to 10 minutes long. So you'll fly through that, because I always kind of liken this to when you are reading a book and the chapters are really short, you're more likely to fly through that book with short chapters, because you'll think, okay, I'll just read one more and then I'll go to bed, or then I'll do whatever it is I'm supposed to do. Whereas if you're reading a book and it's 200 pages and 8 chapters, that's a heavy investment that you're doing, and you're gonna have to sit down and think, I'm gonna read this. Same thing with taking a course. If you're like, I have 2.5 hours of a course to watch, I'm so sorry this internet is not working for me today, you guys. But if you think I have 2.5 hours of a lecture to watch, if it's broken down into bite-sized pieces, then that's, much more manageable than it would be. Sorry, I don't know what's going on. This is an error on my side, but I'm having to talk to you today from my phone's hotspot. So I think that's what the issue is here. But all the more reason to sign up for the course. Then you get to come in and see what it looks like. I'll stop sharing for the moment and go back to my slide deck. I'm so sorry about that.
No problem at
Oh,
all.
thank you. There's the deck. So I just want to talk about the value of certifying with the DMI. Leah went through these stats as well, but just to again drive home that 90% of our graduates are employed. And I think after hearing about our work with industry, you can hear and understand why they are employed, because we're giving you really relevant information. Um, 68% of our grads got a promotion. And again, you can understand why that is. They have the skills, they have brand new skills, and the most up to date information regarding digital marketing as well, which is very exciting. We spoke about this role changers, and that it's 38% of students believe that. And again, the reason I'm going over this is because I want to let you know where our students are coming from. The reason that number isn't 100% is because not all of our students are career changers. So it's quite a big deal that people who have no experience in the field are actually going and getting these jobs right from taking our course. So we're really, really excited and really proud about that. And again, I think this really drives home that 85% of why so many people find this course so valuable. So we can go to the next slide there. DMI membership. Now I'm going to share my screen again. I haven't had much success with this, so we'll try one more time with DMI resources.
You miss all the shots you don't take.
Exactly. It's all about taking risks here. Can you see that?
Not yet.
So what I'm hopefully going to show you is let's see here. Why is this not wanting to work for me?
Are you trying to share your a deck or your
My actual
like a
screen.
window? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
window. Let me see if I actually do it by window rather than Chrome tab. No. Not sure you can share. Okay. All right. Well, then I will just tell you all about this. This is membership that Leah spoke about. I think, in addition to our course, in addition to our Global Industry Advisory Council, our membership platform, here we go. Yep, thank you, is the best when it comes to digital marketing. Because what this is we speak about this as kind of our library. It's updated 3 times a week. So, as I always say on these types of calls, digital marketing has changed about 4 times since our call started. It's such an active, changing world. You guys know this from just us all updating our apps and having new features and all this kind of stuff. It changes so quickly. We want to make sure that you're equipped with that knowledge and the skills about how to integrate these changes into your everyday. So while we can't update our course every 3 times a week, we can communicate to you via our membership platform. So we have articles, we have ebooks, we have toolkits, we have webinars. Our webinars get about 10,000 people joining them because we have huge
Amazing.
names of industry coming to speak with us and say, okay, if you're working in the field or you want to work in the field, here's what you need to know. You guys, as students, get access to this and you can engage. You can come on the webinar, ask questions. If you're looking to do continuous professional development, you get points for this. I'll speak about that in just a minute. But um, this is a really, really great and dynamic part of being a DMI and intense student. Um, and what I would show you is our toolkits. So we have things from A/B testing, we have things from budgeting tools, search marketing calendars, really specific tools. But then what we also have is a CV builder. We have things for if you're going for an interview. We have how to prepare for an interview to be an email marketing specialist, how to prepare for an interview to be a digital marketing executive. So we really want to make sure that you're equipped with these skills. If you're looking to be more at a managerial level, we have things about leading a digital marketing team. So you can really explore this membership area a lot, and it just is fantastic. It's actually probably a good thing I can't share my screen because I'd be talking about it for another half an hour and walking you through it because it is the best. So I really, really recommend that you sign up and have a look at that because um, if you certify in the course, if you certify in something in 2020 and you practice in 2024, you have to keep that knowledge up to date. So that's how you do that through continuous professional development. And this library is the best way to do that because it helps keep your knowledge up to date. In this, there's also a community forum, so you can post in this, and you can. Some of my favorite posts are things like, "I'm doing a career change at 45. Help!" That's one of our real live posts, and lots of people engage with that, and they say, "I changed my career at 45," or "I became a freelancer and it was really scary. Here's what I did." So you hear from people who have the same experiences as you, and it's just really, really great. Another very helpful thing about our community platform is people will post, "I just passed the exam with 90%. Here's how I studied." And I have to say this disclaimer, we review every single post, so there's no cheating. There's no one saying, "Here are all the answers to the exam." This is all about studying and saying what they did that helped. So it's all about students helping each other too and helping each other study. It's really, really, really great community, and it's from people from all around the world. So it's really, really great. Um, that's it for me for now. Continuous professional development, as I spoke about, this is just if you work in industry at the moment, you know exactly what I'm speaking about. CPD is really, really big when it comes to showing that you are up to date on the biggest trends, that you can anticipate and you can work with the changes in industry because you're very well educated in industry. We facilitate this on the DMI through our own platform. So once you pass a course at the DMI, you're automatically enrolled into basically like a record keeping area of the site, and you'll get points for passing a course, points for every article you read on the site. So it's very intuitive that way. You can email us and say, "I attended a conference and it was, a day long," and we'll give you points for that. So what this translates into in, say, if you're going for a promotion, you can say, "Look at all the work I've been doing to make sure that I'm up to date. I'm the person for this leadership role because I know about what's going on in industry in the digital world. And here's the actual, proof of it." So CPD takes so many different forms, but this is what we've sort of done to help you support beyond your certification journey. Um, I'll leave it there. And sorry again, everyone, for my internet not working there. But again, more reason to have a chat with someone from Intense so they can maybe bring you through, do a screen share if their internet is working, which I'm sure it will be. And yeah, but if anyone has any questions about anything that we spoke about today, really, really please do engage. And I've seen some comments come in. So thank you, everyone, for engaging as we spoke. And hopefully looking forward to seeing you in the community.
Thank you so much, Dr. Alex. Yeah, such a bummer that you couldn't share your live screen, but I'm sure you'll be back soon, right? You'll be back
Absolutely.
soon
If you'll take
for
me.
another session. Definitely, definitely. So I think that it's been very informative, and I'm sure that we have a few questions. So it's time for a Q&A session. So if you have any questions, just drop in the comments on LinkedIn, or whatever platform you joined from, and then we will see your questions on the screen, and either I or Dr. Alex would answer your questions. But in the meantime, if you would like to enroll for our next DMI cohort that starts on October 11. So basically, our classes are every Saturday for 5 weeks. Actually, it's October 12th. Every Saturday for 5 weeks from 10 to 5. So it's actually quite comprehensive, but it's virtual. So you could, join from anywhere that you are in Nigeria or in the world, if you happen just not to be in the country at the moment. And, we'll be able to take you through each of these models that Dr. Alex has run you through. So all you have to do is go to our website, just go to intense.ng. You don't need to type this whole thing out. You would see on one of the menu tabs, Digital Marketing Institute. But you could also type it in as you see it here, Intense Digital / digital marketing institute. And for inquiries, you could also reach out to one of my colleagues, Michael. His email is michael@intense.ng, and his number is on the screen, 081-203-64960. So there's a question in the chat room asking how much is it in Naira. The course is 450,000 Naira. But you see, the advantage of doing the course with Intense is because obviously that digital DMI Pro um, is actually available internationally. But if you were to do your course with Intense, you will be making a huge savings. First of all, if you went directly to DMI, you'll be paying in dollars, and it's usually over $1,000. But with Intense, you'll be paying just 450,000. And with this 450,000, you would get, hands-on support from very experienced tutors. You could pay over $1,000 with DMI, but it will be sustained, or you would have to just go through the videos yourself. So basically, think about you paying, half price, and still having, people to walk you through each model step by step. You have basically people that you can ask questions, and you basically have real life examples. So we wouldn't be telling you about IBM or foreign companies like DHL. Will be telling you about real life Nigerian companies that you can basically apply context to, because obviously when it comes to user behavior, this varies from country to country, and it'll be very beneficial for you to be able to learn, digital marketing from a company that has worked with several businesses, and that has, driven action from several buyer personas, across several sectors. So again, the price for the course is 450,000 Naira for you to get, support from us. But there's another version where if you want to do it yourself, self-paced, without our involvement, it costs 400,000 Naira. And we have a few payment plans that can also make that easy for you. But once you reach out to us, one of our sales specialists is going to walk you through the process and give you as much support as possible. Somebody says, take us to the entry path. I'm not sure I understand that question, but let me assume that you were trying to understand how to start. So for you to start, all you have to do is, like I said, go to our website and fill a form. So once you get to the landing page, intense.ng/digital marketing institute, you will probably see a CTA that says enroll now, a button. You click on that button, and you just fill in your name, your email, and your phone number, and somebody will reach out to you. And once you make payment, you would get access to the DMI portal. So you would have a username and a password, and you would immediately have access to all the videos, all the decks, and all the case studies, all the blogs. And then all you have to do is attend classes on Saturdays. So the thing is, you could go to those videos anytime you like. You could have watched all of the videos before we even have the class, which is actually helpful for you to like watch your videos before the class. Hence, you have a lot of questions to ask. If you have any questions, so you basically get access to the portal, and then every week we then run you through the course where we show you examples and we show you real life experiments. You get to ask questions and we give you assignments. At the end of the course, we also, help you with preparation for the exam, and you can then do the exam immediately after the cohort, or you could actually do the exam anytime you like. Dr. Alex, can you confirm how
Yeah.
long students have before they can write the exam?
Yeah. So actually, within 2 weeks of being registered, you can sit the exam. I really, really wouldn't recommend doing the exam too early. Like the course is comprehensive. You couldn't just sit the exam without doing the whole course. So I wouldn't, try to do that before. And I see there's a question there about the exam cost, which I'll get to in a sec. You have 6 months to do the whole exam, the whole course, including the exam. We would always recommend doing it after you finish the course with intense. Then give yourself a couple weeks to study again, and then sit the exam maybe around halfway through the course. We kind of say week 16. So that's more than halfway through, but 3/4 of the way through the course. So that should you not pass on the first go, you have time to resit before your 6 months expires. As I said, we have a really high pass rate from students studying well, taking that practice exam, and then sitting the exam when they feel ready. Um, in terms of how much the exam costs, it's actually included in your tuition. So you don't have to worry about an extra surprise or anything like that. Once you pay your tuition, your exam cost is covered. The only time you'd have to pay an additional cost is if you fail the exam and you need to resit it. And then you're looking at about, I think it's 70 or 80 US dollars. So to resit. But again, as I said, we have a very, very high pass rate as long as you study and put the work in. I hope that answers your question. But if you do have any more, please pop it in. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Dr. Alex. So, yeah, I think, yeah, just to reiterate, there's no separate cost. Once you pay 450,000 naira to us, this, covers your exam costs, and it covers the support that we provide, in helping you properly learn and immerse yourself in the models and prepare for your exam. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. This is 1:14. I think we've been on the call for about an hour, 15 minutes. So if there are any questions, we'll probably just give it a few more, minutes. But if there are no other questions, we'll be dropping off soon. So just to recap the key points from, this session, digital marketing is, just a miracle industry that allows anybody in, as long as you have the skills, you have the interest, and you're ready to get your hands dirty. Digital marketing will adopt you and you become part of the family. But then again, there are a lot of fakers out there that can talk a big game, but that cannot do much. And a lot of companies have been able to, figure this out, and they're looking for, proof that you do know how to do what you say you know how to do. And DMI is the number one leading body that teaches and certifies people on how to be digital marketers globally. Hence, this is the best way to prove that you're a digital marketer, and getting this certification will open doors for you both locally and globally. So for those of you that are looking to move to other countries, think about it. When you get into a new country, you're going to need a job, and digital marketing is one of those careers where companies are not really um, critical if you did a your undergraduate degree in that country or not. So for a lot of countries, um, they're not really sure of the quality of your degree from your home country. But when it comes to digital marketing certifications, DMI is global. So in wherever country that you go to, be it the US, the UK, Canada, anywhere in Europe, the Middle East, Africa, or Nigeria, DMI is globally accepted, and there's no other training institution that has the kind of credibility and the kind of experience that DMI has. So I was telling someone the other day, the person was considering, doing a master's in digital marketing. While I have nothing against actually going to university or college for a master's in digital marketing, but what I told the person is that digital marketing changes every day, and Dr. Alex already pointed to that. So by the time you're doing this course, in that school, a lot of things have already changed. It's very likely that the curriculum that that they are administering to you is outdated. There are new things coming out every day, and schools are usually not as nimble or as agile as a platform like a body like DMI that has been doing this for 12 years. And with DMI, you will get up to date information on trends, on new developments, on new technology. Hence, I would always recommend doing a professional certification like DMI over an actual college degree. If you really wanted, think about doing an MSc in marketing and then also do DMI. I feel like you would have a more rounded, experience, which would take you much farther. Somebody has a question that says, what about growth marketing? Well, growth marketing is basically, um, I would say it's a little more advanced, than what you would get in the DMI Pro. So the DMI Pro is basically like the gateway, into digital marketing that teaches you how to be a generalist. But once you're done with DMI Pro, then you can start to specialize. And growth marketing basically, teaches you how to acquire users, and then ensure that those users stay with whatever business that you've acquired them for, or with whatever product that you've acquired them for, and then that they keep interacting with that product. And if that product sells anything, that they keep buying, that you're able to cross sell and upsell, and that you're able to ensure that you engage them. They have a very enriching experience, and then they eventually become loyal to your product or to your business, and then they can refer their friends and family, and basically goes on and on and on. So the funny thing about this is that a lot of the skills that you will learn from DMI Pro would help you become a good growth marketer eventually. It's really about learning the foundational and fundamental skills, things like A/B testing, things like marketing automation, things like analytics. Growth marketing is a lot about data and understanding data, and then interpreting that data to make new decisions. So you need to check what's working, what's not working. You stop what's not working and you do more of what's working. So you could just look at growth marketing as you know uh, something that you do when you've been doing digital marketing for a while, and you've actually like started to get results, and then you put your learnings into practice to ensure that whatever business that you're applying it to grows in terms of number of customers, in terms of ensuring that you get return on investment, for your marketing budget, in terms of ensuring that you maximize customer lifetime value, in terms of ensuring that customers stay in that business for as long as possible so they don't leave. So if imagine that it's a software as a business and you're paying a subscription like Apple Music, for example. You want that, when you acquire a customer, they don't leave you after 2 months. They keep on paying their subscription, they keep on listening to music for as long as possible. So there's a saying that it's easier to maintain and keep a customer than it is to acquire a new one. So in growth marketing, acquisition is just the first step. The main challenge is retention, activation, and growing the value of that customer and maximizing the customer lifetime value. Hence, the DMI Pro is definitely your first step into growth marketing. And, the more you apply the skills that you've learned from DMI, the more, you actually start to practice growth marketing. Um, some people will call growth marketing a buzzword, but then again, certain times it's important to differentiate the kind of marketing that you're doing. Growth marketing, has a lot to do with revenue and, driving results that, are really about the bottom line, which a lot of companies and C-suite execs are really, they're very, they lay a lot of emphasis on growth now, and ensuring that, marketing budgets are just not, to be spent, but, are basically investments that they expect to see a return on. And DMI Pro will definitely set you on the right path to being a growth marketer. It's possible that in the future there will be, a course called growth marketing, but I'll let Dr. Alex, speak to the council and find out if it's a go. I hope that answers your question.
That's great.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm thinking, this is possibly the last question. Again, if you want to enroll, all you have to do is visit our website, intense.ng/digital marketing institute. I think that the link is available on the screen for you to click on and register, and somebody will be in touch soonest. But then again, today's Friday, and today is Friday, and I'm sure a lot of you, are probably going to close early. I'm not going to tell your boss, but we're probably just going to get out of here and prepare for the weekend. We would probably have a webinar like this again next month. I'm not sure if Dr. Alex will be here, but we're going to beg her to come. And then by that time, I'm sure that, we will have fixed her internet problems. It won't be a hotspot, it'll be Wi-Fi.
The real
And,
deal.
yeah, she'll be able to show. If you want to come back, that'll be fine. But I'm sure that you already be enrolled in our course at that time. You could tell your friends, to follow us on social. If you check Instagram, just search Intense Digital, you will find us, or LinkedIn, Intense Group, you will find us as well. Or go to our website and subscribe to our newsletter, and we will update you on when the next webinar will be coming up. And if you have any questions, you can shoot us an email as well. So I think that'll be all for me. Dr. Alex, do you have any parting words?
Just to say thank you, everyone, for joining today and for your questions. Leah, thank you so much for all the wisdom that you've shared. And I really, really hope that everyone has gotten just a great impression about what it would be like to learn with Intense. There's such a big opportunity for you for your professional growth. So I think it's a no-brainer. If you're looking to get into digital marketing or grow, you have such a great opportunity to learn from the best. So you should. That's all from
Thank
me.
you so much, Dr. Alex. I think you said it all. We'll be looking forward to you, joining the next cohort on October 12th, and of course, looking forward to your success, to the different stars that you'll become. Hoping that one of you will become the next Neil Patel, and you might be the one advising companies around the world. There's really no limit to what you can achieve. It's really about how much you're able to learn and how much you're able to put to practice, and repeat and iterate. So thank you very much once again, for joining us. And we hope to see you in class. Bye.
Bye, everyone.